What's up, all you cardboard crack addicts? We're here today to add to the pop report. Yeah! You know that when you get a box like this delivered to your house, it's a good day.
And everything is all right.
Today we're unboxing one of the first bulk orders I ever submitted to PSA. This was back in June of 2020. Yes, June. Now, you remember that patience is one of the cornerstones of our channels here, so you won't hear any complaining about this today. We're just happy they're back, and we're happy to take a look at them. I'm going to flip this camera around, and you're going to take a look at them with me as I open the box.
One thing about PSA is they always protect their cards when they send them back. I do love that about them. SGC and Beckett does too. I'm not going to say they don't, but getting into these boxes are always challenging. But I appreciate that because that means my cards are coming back in good shape.
What's in the box?
All right, there's 5 right there, so that'd be 20 in here. I don't have the willpower. I don't know about you guys, but some guys do these reveals. They say they don't look, but I find that hard to believe. As soon as those grades are available online, I'm telling you, I'm looking. So I do know the grades coming out of here. I did peek. So it'll be a surprise to you guys, but not me.
Let's go.
Start with the bottom. We'll start with that Griffey. So there you go. There's a 9 for Griffey. Not a 10. Wish it were. Ricky Henderson rookie. PSA 6. All right, this is a low pop. I haven't looked at this yet, but I assume this is a low pop. One of those alternative rookie cards that people are talking about now. People are going after these Ken Griffey Upper Deck cards. They're going after the, other cards of his, but this one I got a 10 on. So I think I'm going to hold on to this one for a while. That one's just one of those unique cards. I don't know how many there are, so I'm going to go look up that pop. I got this one graded because I thought it was in really good shape, and I thought it had a potential to get a 10. Got a 9. Brett Saberhagen.
Son of a bitch! You done messed up, Aaron!
And I got that Saberhagen graded because I got this card graded as well. And this is one of my favorite cards when I was a kid. The Dwight Gooden 1984 Topps Traded. I got a 9 on that. This one was really good shape. A little bit, I think there was a little bit of a smudge somewhere. Unfortunately, 9 for that one. It's really hard to get these older cards graded as a 10. So again, same with the Darryl Strawberry. Really sharp looking card. I looked at this one. I thought, man, if this one comes back at 10, that would be awesome. But always plan on a 9. And if you get a 10, it's even better. Here's a card. I don't know why I got graded. Omar Vizquel, Topps Traded. Now, you have to remember, back when I got these graded in June, PSA had a special for their quarterly special was 80s baseball, which was perfect. All of these cards were in my collection since I was a kid. So I didn't spend any money to purchase these cards. It cost me $88.88 per card to send these in. Think about that. $8.88 per card to get graded. So very inexpensive way to get these encased and graded. Here's a nice one. Ken Griffey Jr. Topps Traded. PSA 9. Here's another one of those cards. The only reason I sent it in because I thought it had a potential to be a 10. Randy Johnson 9. Another Ricky Henderson. I had a 6 earlier. 5 now. Another Ken Griffey Jr. 9. Fleer. So I had every Topps Traded set that was ever made. And so I pulled this one out of the 81 Topps Traded set, Tim Raines. Thought that was a nice looking card. Obviously it's off center. 8, it's pretty good. Someone who really likes Tim Raines will be happy with that card. Vincent Bo Jackson. Now this is another alternative rookie, one of those Donruss 86 The Rookies set. Now these sets are really hard to find gem mint cards because if you remember, they're in those single package, but they had the cellophane in there. And what I'm seeing with the cellophane is they're pushing on the corners. So when you get the cards out of those cellophane wrappers, the corners are pushed in. So a 9 in this is fantastic. I'll take that and do the same thing here with the Barry Bonds. So you know, 9s again. If you can find those in 9s, that's a pretty high grade for those, because I think most of them are coming out about 8 is what I'm seeing. This is the card I was always after in my youth back in 1986. If you pulled this from a pack, you were a legend. This is the Jose Canseco rated rookie. As you can see, got that one as an 8. Still like that card. This card was pulled out of a pack back in 1986. And I was able to get an 8 for it. This one, undergraded in my opinion, but Barry Bonds got a 7 on the update card of his 1986 Fleer update. The interesting story behind this is I have purchased a couple of 1986 Fleer update sets recently and had them graded, and I thought they were perfect cards. They came back 9s, so another tough one to grade. Barry Bonds 8. Again, I've talked about this card before. This is a really good set. If you can find it cheap, that 86, you get this one and you get the bow and the Canseco in there too. The 9s are going for about $65. You can find the sets pretty cheap. This one surprised me a little bit. I got a Gem Mint Greg Maddux Topps Traded rookie card. Now, this one came back a 10, and I'll tell you what, this 1987 Topps Traded set is probably about, you could probably get them for like $1 or $2. There's nobody else in the set. But if you get this, I could probably sell this now for about $75. So, you know, you're talking about a $9 investment turning into $75. This was a great find back in my day when I was collecting cards. I found a complete set of 1985 Donruss, and I put them in a binder and never touched them. And so these cards were in really good shape. Really hard to find these black border cards in good shape. You know, an 8 for this 1985 was really good, as you can see. I got dinged on the OC here, off center, but really nice grade on that card. Same thing with the Roger Clemens here. This one is better in center, but I still got the 8 on that one. But really hard to find these cards without the etching. But those are beautiful cards right there, even as an 8. And I got the same here with a Cal Ripken. I think with my later batch of 1985 Donruss, I think I sent in a bunch more. And hopefully those cards will come back an 8 or a 9 as well. This card I just really liked and wanted to get it graded, so I did. It's the Bo Jackson 1987 Fleer. I got an 8 on it. Not the grade that I was hoping for, but I just like the card. It's blue. Jersey matches the border. It just looks like a clean card. Another alternative rookie for Ken Griffey Jr. It's the Score Traded, which, again, you know, those score cards back in the early 90s, late 80s, the card stock was a little bit heavier. So the card stayed in really good shape. I got a 9 on this one. That'll be a nice card for somebody's collection. And here's back to this, this Donruss, the rookies again. Same thing. I just bought one of these sets the other day for $5. I opened it up. The corners were compressed a little bit. So I probably send that card in. Maybe it comes back an 8 at max. So when you look at the 9s and the 10s in these, I don't think you're going to see many more added to the pop. So that's one of those sneaky, frisky low pops that you might want to be looking at. I know everybody looks at the Upper Deck one as his best rookie card, but this one could have low pop potential, something to look at. And the last one out of the box was a Barry Bonds 1987 Fleer. I got a 9 on that one. Pretty happy with that. I think Bonds is going to be going into the Hall of Fame eventually, and that will help his card prices go up and up. So through it all, some nice cards here. My total investment, if you're wondering, on 25 of these cards was, I think, $250. Now, you can't get those special deals anymore right now because PSA is so overwhelmed with all the orders that they have. But if you can find those quarterly specials where you can knock a couple of those prices down and get all of these cards graded for $250, my goodness, that just makes so much sense. And you got to think about how much a plastic case is just to keep these valuable or keep these in really good shape. it doesn't cost, much more to get them graded than it did to get the plastic cases. So couple 10s out of this batch I was very pleased with. Again, this Ken Griffey Jr., neat card. One of those low pops, I would assume, but I'll check that out. Greg Maddux, there's a good market for him. He was a well-liked player in the major leagues, Hall of Famer.
So that's it. That's what it's all about. That's the fruits of our labor. When we start to see some of those returns come back, that's the exciting part about card collecting. So just remember, one of the things, this was my earlier submissions, and I thought most of these cards are going to come back 10s. Like that was my mindset. Now, if I would have thought, let's just be thinking like 9s, then that might have changed some of my strategy. But again, these were cards that were already in my collection, so it didn't cost me any to obtain them. It cost me $8.88. Look for those quarterly specials. I have a feeling that PSA will eventually bring those back as volumes start to go down. So remember, guys, if you're patient, if you're disciplined, and you're willing to grind, there is an opportunity for you. I just showed you 25 cards that I had sitting there doing nothing that I'm now going to turn into some money. So again, patience, discipline, grind.